Hello everyone and welcome back to another installment of yoga with me, Sam, your yoga teacher. Today I'm going to be guiding you through a traditional Hatha practice which moves at a really nice pace. And this practice is really good for helping just to relieve any tensions of the body and the mind. Makes you feel like you've got some space in your body, and yeah, it's just a really feel-good practice. So if this sounds like what you need, then please go ahead, grab your mat, perhaps get some water, maybe some blocks if you have them, and I will see you there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started at the back of the mat, just sitting over the knees. If this is really uncomfortable for you, then please find a seated position that works best for your body. But other than that, we will begin by just gently placing the palms over the thighs and closing down the eyes just for a moment to allow ourselves to arrive here on our yoga mats. Giving ourselves permission to release and let go of what's been before and what's to come after, and just really focusing our awareness on the here and the now. So I'll invite you to take a nice deep inhale through your nose and an exhale to sigh it all out. And again, a nice big inhale through the nose to cleanse and clear. And an exhale to sigh out. And gently just bringing yourself into the space. We'll take an inhale and reach the fingers up above the head. Interlink them when you arrive, and then take another inhale as you press up through the palms to the ceiling. Really lifting out of the ribs and the hips, feeling this stretch through the upper body. Biceps back towards the ears, chin slightly lifted. Just take a moment to feel into the space. Inhaling from the belly into the ribs and the chest. And exhaling, letting it all go. Take another inhale. As you exhale, take a gentle bend to your left as you look towards your right. Feel the space on the right side of the body, and then inhale back to center. And exhale over to the right as you look towards the left again. Take a moment to feel the space on the left side as you come back to center. And then we'll take the palms behind the head, allow the elbows to spread wide. Shine the heart forward and lift the gaze towards the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath into the space. And then as you exhale, drop the chin down to the chest, gently rounding forward elbows, drop down towards the temples. Feel the stretch at the back of the neck and the shoulders. And then inhale, lifting again, finding that space, opening the elbows, looking towards the ceiling. And exhaling as you close the space. Let's do that twice more, just moving with your breath. Taking your time. And just always remember there's no rush to arrive anywhere, no rush to be anywhere. One more deep breath, inhaling and exhaling, closing. And we'll just spend a moment to hang out here with the chin dipped in and allow the head perhaps to round forward a little more. A bit of heaviness in the upper body. Feel the space and sensations through the neck, the tensions, the shoulders. Take a deep breath into your back. And an exhale as you release. Beautiful. Inhale, lift the head and release the hands. We're just going to pop over now, forward onto the palms, pressing into the palms. Make sure the hands about shoulder width apart, knees hip distance apart. Pressing into your left palm, take an inhale, reach your right fingertips up to the sky and open the chest space. As you exhale, thread your needle, releasing the right shoulder down to the mat. As the right hand passes underneath that left armpit, and then just tiptoe the left fingertips towards the top of the mat. Keep the tail lifted here. And we'll take a couple of nice deep breaths into the back space. Pressing down through the tops of your toes. One more deep breath. It feels so good. Slide your left palm back underneath your left shoulder, pressing up, and inhaling, reach the right fingertips back to the sky. And exhale, float that palm back down underneath the right shoulder. Make any adjustments that you need. And we'll take the stretch to the other side. So inhale, reach left fingertips up, opening the heart. And on that exhale, threading the needle. Left arm passes underneath right armpit, left shoulder meets the mat. And then tiptoe your right fingertips just towards the top of the mat and feel that length across the back. Take your breath into the back. Just a couple of nice deep breaths here just to feel into the body and the sensations as we gently warm. When you feel ready to, slide that right palm back underneath the right shoulder, press up. Inhale, reach the left fingertips back to the sky. And exhale, closing down now, left palm to the mat. Reaffirming with your tabletop position. I'm going to journey through 4 cat and cow to wake the spine. So on your next inhale, drop the belly down towards the mat. Pull the heart through, gaze ahead, tail high. As you exhale, chin to the chest, rounding into the spine for that cat pose. Tail down, navel in. And again, inhaling, forward, cow pose. Keep the tension in the arms and the palms and movement, awareness through the spine as you move with the breath. Exhaling, rounding into the backs of the shoulders, cat pose. Twice more, moving with your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Last one, wherever you may be, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, find a neutral spine as you look ahead. Tuck under your toes and prepare to lift the knees to hover away from the mat. As we send the tail up to the sky, press the ribs back for downward facing dog. As you find your first downward dog of the class, just take a moment to check in with your body, your shape. Feet are hip distance apart, hands are shoulder width, distance, fingers spread wide, shoulders in line with the wrists, and we're wrapping the armpits underneath, engaging the back of the shoulders. And maybe just take a moment here just to pedal out through the legs so you can feel into those hamstrings as you release any tension here, bring some gentle movement into the body. And then when you're ready, finding a moment of stillness so you can really feel into this full body stretch. Maybe a gentle bend of the knees if the hamstrings are feeling pretty tight. On your next inhale, lift high on the tippy toes, send the bottom down to the heels, gaze to the top of the mat. Taking the step, a walk through, all the way through to the top of the mat, meeting with the feet hip distance apart. And generously bending the knees so the torso can hang over the thighs, the crown of the head hangs down. Grab your opposite elbow and allow the torso just to be heavy over the legs for ragdoll pose. Decompressing the spine, the neck. Releasing tension through the lower back and the hamstrings. Taking maybe a little sway left to right, if that feels nice for you. And just remember that in yoga, not to focus so much on the shapes, but more so how it's feeling. Nothing right, nothing's wrong, just what feels best for you. A moment just to hang out here, releasing the fingertips in front. Take an inhale, halfway lift, look ahead, nice flat backs. Exhale, press down into the palms, and we're going to take a big step back in space with your left foot. Release your left knee and the toes. And when you're ready, finding space through the front of the body as you inhale, reach the fingertips up above the head, pressing palms to touch for Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Just think about lifting up and out of the hips here, focusing on your breath, nice deep inhales, exhales. Feel the energy building in the legs maybe. One more inhale. And I'll invite you just to interlink the fingers again, press the palms up, inhaling. And exhaling, placing the palms behind the back of the head, elbows wide. And maybe take an option here just to drop a bit deeper into the hips. Gaze might lift towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. On your next inhale, reach the fingertips back up, send the energy out and up. And exhale, plant the palms down on the inside of your right foot, and then just toe heel that right foot to the very edge of the mat. Toes facing forward for lizard. We'll just bring some lift and length through the heart space now as you look ahead. Take a moment just to be here, feeling to the shape. That energy in the hips can often feel quite intense. And then rolling out onto the outer edge of the right foot, opening the knee out. Take an inhale, reach your right fingertips up, opening the heart. One nice deep breath. Inhale, reach. And exhale, float that palm back down. Tucking under the left toes, lift your left knee, create space to sweep your right foot back into a high plank. Releasing the knees down, and when you're ready, lower down through the chin, the chest slithering through onto the belly. As you inhale, pull the heart up and out for high cobra. Roll over the knees, tuck the toes, lift the tail, back to downward facing dog. Exhaling here as you press the ribs back to the thighs and the gaze drops between the knees. Just checking in with your shape, your body, taking a reset breath. And on your next inhale, lift high on those tippy toes again. Exhale, bottom down to the heels, gaze to the top, a step, a walk, or maybe a little float through this time. Meeting with the feet hip distance apart. Exhaling here, forward fold. And taking a moment to hold opposite elbow for that ragdoll one more time. Maybe a little bounce backwards and forwards this time. Maybe you'd like to express deeper into a forward fold by guiding the hands just behind the shins, tucking the forearms in, lengthening through the tail, sandwiching over the thighs. Take a moment here just to breathe, feel, enjoy, and then release the fingertips in front as the inhale finds you in halfway lift, flat back looking ahead. Exhale, press the palms, and this time take that big step back right foot. And we'll release the right knee, lifting and finding length. Inhale, reaching up to the sky with the fingers pressing palms to touch. And again, biceps back towards the sides of the ears, finding space as we lift up and out. A breath here. Interlink the fingers, inhale, press the palms up. And as you exhale, take the palms behind the head, settling in, elbows wide, and maybe just slowly drop a little deeper into the hips as you lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. And we'll take 2 moments here just to be in the sensations, building strength and resilience in the body. One more deep breath. And then when you're ready, inhale, reach the fingers up. And exhale, place the palms down on the inside of your left foot. And we'll take that little toe heel of the left foot to the edge of the mat. For lizard pose, the toes face forward. We drop down into the hips. Think about length through the torso, lift through the heart as you look ahead. And I don't know about you, but I always feel this pose quite intensely. So go easy on yourself if, like me, you feel this. Take one more deep breath. And we'll gently roll over onto the outer edge of the left foot, allow the knee to fall out wide. And then inhale, reach the left fingertips to the sky. Send that positivity out through your fingertips. Enjoying this moment. Take an inhale and exhale, float down your left palm. As you press back into the left foot, tuck under the right toes, lift the right knee. And we'll slip that left foot back, high plank, release the knees. And lower down through your chin, your chest, inhaling through, high cobra. And then we'll gently roll over the knees, tuck under the toes and lift the tail to the sky for downward facing dog. And I just want to invite you to take a reset breath here before we begin to move again. Okay. Weight now shifts to the left foot. On the inhale, float your right leg back in space for 3-legged dog. Press back through the heel. Hip point square. Inhale, lift high on your left tippy toes, and exhale as you shift the weight forward, bring the right knee towards the chest. chest. And then we're going to step that right foot lightly just behind the right thumb, and wrist. Dropping your left heel to the mat. As you inhale, rising up, reach the fingers up above the head. For warrior one. So just settling in warrior one, just for a moment here. As you breathe deeply, keep the energy reaching up and out of the hands. Feeling good. And then swim the hands behind you. See if you can find your opposite elbow here. We're going to straighten out that front leg. Hips and shoulders face forward. Take an inhale as you find length and lift. And then as you exhale, slowly start to hinge from the hips. We're going to melt down about halfway. For pyramid pose, keep the crown of the head reaching towards the top of the mat. Keep the shoulders square. Reach through your torso. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. And then when you're ready, we'll release those hands down on the inside of the right foot and just pivot round on the back foot so the toes face forward. Pressing down into the left hand or fingertips, or maybe if you can't reach and you have blocks at hand, you can place a block here under that left hand. And then on that inhale, reach your right fingertips up towards the ceiling. You find a little revolved twist here. Keep the shoulders stacked, keep reaching up. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, circle that right hand down as you frame your right foot this time. Bending forward into the right knee. We're going to take a big step forward with that left foot meeting right. As you exhale, drop your bottom down into your chair. Inhale, reach the hands forward. Utkatasana chair pose. Take a moment here just to breathe. Inhaling and exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, press down into the palms, step back into plank, high plank. And this time you can release the knees down again if you wish, or you can find a chaturanga. Inhaling through upward facing or high cobra. And over the toes, finding downward facing dog. And exhaling here, just for a moment to reset, find yourself in space. Always taking our time to move with intention and being mindful with each and every shape that we make with our body. Make sure that we're fully connected and it feels good. When you're ready, the weight shifts now to the right foot. The inhale sees the left leg sweep back in space. Press back through that heel. Nice square hips. Grip through those fingertips. And then inhale, lift high. Right tippy toes. Exhale, draw the left knee to the nose, the chest. And step that foot lightly just behind that left thumb and wrist. Drop your right heel to the mat. And then inhale, reach up to the sky. Reaching all the way up. Finding that warrior one, strong, resilient, well done. Hips face forward, as do the shoulders. Don't worry if the hips are slightly facing out to the right. Sometimes squaring the hips so much isn't available for all of us, and that's absolutely fine. Take one more inhale here, and exhale, swim the hands behind you, taking the opposite elbow. Keeping the shoulder points and the hips facing as far forward as physically available for you. And we'll slowly just begin to straighten that left leg. And on your next exhale, hinge from the hips and allow the heart to melt forward, stopping about halfway. And reaching out through the crown of the head, shoulder points nice and square to the mat, as are the hips. Take one more deep breath in and one more deep breath out. When you're ready, release the hands on the inside of your left foot. Pivot round on your back foot, both sets of toes face forward. And again, pressing into the fingertips, the palm if it reaches, or maybe a block here with the right palm supported. And then inhale, reach your left fingertips to the sky to find that revolve. Pyramid, stacking the shoulders, open the heart. Take a deep breath in and out. One more inhale. And exhale, gaze down as you float the left hand down to frame the left foot. When you're ready, drop back into the left knee, look ahead, and we'll take that big step forward with the right foot. Exhale, drop your bottom into your chair. Inhale, lift and reach the hands forward. Utkatasana chair pose, weight to the heels, heart energize. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press down into the palms, step back into plank. And again, either knees, chin, chest, belly, or chaturanga. Whatever feels good for you today. Inhaling, high cobra, or upward facing dog. And we're going to release the knees now and slowly send the bottom back to the heels as we find a child's pose, just for a couple of breaths. And I just want you to just rest here now. So soften down through the elbows, the fingertips, the face. Maybe have a little massage of your forehead on the mat. And we'll just take a few moments just to be still. And we breathe into the body. Really nice. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to just press back into the palms and shift the weight forward. Keeping the hips stacked over the knees, walk the fingertips towards the top of the mat. As you exhale, releasing the heart as it melts down, pressing the ribs back to the thighs for a puppy pose. Press down into the forehead. As we focus on our spinal postural health here, such a nice pose to be in, particularly if you've spent a day hunched over a desk. If you feel really good here, maybe rest your chin onto the mat and look ahead, allowing the heart to sink just a little deeper. I absolutely love this pose. It always feels so good in my body. So I make an effort to try and do this every day if I can. One more deep breath. And we're just going to press onto the palms and take the hands underneath the shoulders and walk the hands all the way back towards the body, settling the bottom down to the knees. And then we're going to spin the legs round, scoot your bums towards the middle of the mat and extend the legs out nice and long. And as you extend the legs here, maybe a gentle bend of the knees, kiss the big toes at the top, nice long spine, so hips, heart and head stacking. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. And as you exhale, start to lead with the heart. Keep the torso long, keep reaching, 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 till you find your edge. You can't go any further. And then I want you to place the palms down either side of the legs. And then just kind of nestle and soften into the shoulders. And once you find your space, maybe you have a little bit more space in the legs and you want to walk your bottom back, you can do. You can round forward, dropping the head down towards the knee or the shins, and just take a moment just to rest. Resting here in this forward fold. And taking those deep breaths into your back. Maybe finding a point of contact, the sides of the legs, the ankles or the feet. Just make sure you're not reaching overhead for the toes, so the elbows can soften down to the sides of the legs. Take 2 more breaths. And 1 more deep breath. And we're slowly just going to walk ourselves out of this when you feel ready. Bend the knees in, soles of the feet to touch. I'm going to spin around to face you guys. Part the knees wide for Baddha Konasana, seated butterfly. Take the hands, just gently place them over the ankles. And we'll just take an inhale here, lift through the heart as we lift the chin towards the ceiling. As you exhale, round through the back, chin to chest. Inhale as you lift and lengthen the gaze to the ceiling. And exhale as you round, chin to the chest. Inhale, lifting 1 more time. And this time on the exhale, slide the hands just to gently cup the toes. And we'll start to fold over now, leading with the heart, hinging from the hips, allowing the head just to hang in space. As the elbows soften in front of the shins, keep the knees low and light. And we'll rest here for a few moments in Baddha Konasana. And you're more than welcome to adjust this pose in any which way that serves you. I personally like to walk my hands ahead of me and really press down through the heels of the hands and grip through the fingertips. So I can feel a little bit more sensation arrive on the inners of the legs, the lower back space, and sometimes a little sway serves me really well. So again, I encourage you just to find a few moments on what feels good for you in this shape. And one more moment here. And then when you feel ready, we're going to slowly walk the hands back towards the body. And just cross the legs over for a nice, easy seat. And placing the palms over the knees or the thighs in this essence of grounding into the space. Maybe closing down the eyes or softening the gaze. So that light lift through the heart and crown. Beautiful, long spine. And we'll take a deep breath in. And an exhale, side out. And again, a deep breath in. And an exhale to side out. And as we close our class today, just draw the hands to the heart space, bow the head for a moment of reflection of this time spent here on your mat. And be sure just to honour yourself for showing up here and giving back to you in this most special way. Offering gratitude to your wonderful body for guiding you through your practice. And I'll offer my gratitude onto you for sharing this time with me and trusting me to be your guide. I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day, and I hope to see you here again on your mats for some more yoga with me, Sam. Wishing you all the best. Namaste.